Good morning, students. Well, we are back again. Today in chemistry's first chapter, chemical reaction and equation, we will learn how to balance a chemical equation. I repeat, today's topic is how to balance a chemical equation. Now, as first of all, we should know what is a balanced chemical equation first. Now, chemical equation is the symbolic way of writing each and every elements and molecules with their reactants and products on both the sides, equal number of atoms as well as molecules. What is reactants? All those elements which we are mixing the elements are known as reactants, which is always written in the left hand side. Here we can see this is the left hand side and these are reactants. All those elements which we are mixing together in a chemical reaction are known as reactants, which is always written in the left hand side. And whatever be the result of this chemical reaction, it is known as product. Whatever be the result of the chemical reaction, that is known as product, which is always written in the right hand side. Again, reactant is always written in the left hand side and the product is always written in the right hand side with a arrow in between. Now, what is the simple procedure of writing a chemical equation? First of all, here you can take an example. We have taken iron. When mixed with water, it forms iron oxide plus hydrogen. I repeat, the question is given that iron mixed with water, it forms iron oxide and hydrogen. It means the reactant is iron and water and the product is iron oxide and hydrogen. Now, it is written in words itself. Now we need to change it into its symbolic form. Iron is first written in the symbolic form as Fe, water as H2O, iron 3 oxide, that is Fe3O4, and hydrogen, that is H2. Clear? Now, but you can see what is the procedure of writing all these things. Iron is Fe, water is H2O, iron 3 oxide is Fe3O4 and hydrogen is H2. First thing, what is to write the chemical equation by its appropriate formula of the reactants and products. First step is to write the chemical equation by using appropriate formula of the reactants and products. Now, first thing we should remember, to whatever be the symbolic form of the compound or atoms or molecules, that cannot be changed. You should be knowing whatever be the product. What is the product of the reactant of the every reactants? Now, here we know when iron is mixed with water, it will form iron oxide and hydrogen. When any metal is reacted with any water, it always forms oxide of metal plus hydrogen. Now, product cannot be changed. Whatever we can change, that is only number of molecules. Get my point? Only the number of molecules is to be changed. Now, the second step, count the total number of atoms of different elements in both the reactants and product. The second step is we will just differentiate between these, thus whether the number of atoms and molecules are same on both the sides. We can check it. Here you can see, for that we will make a table like this, that is in rough way, elements, reactants and product. In this you can see iron. In the reactants we have only one number of molecule of iron, while in product we have 3 atoms. Here is only 1 atom and here is 3 atoms. Reactant has only, iron has only 1 reactant and product has 3 atoms of iron. Next element is of hydrogen. Now hydrogen, you can see hydrogen here it is 2, while there is also 2. both the cases. In reactants, the number of atoms of hydrogen is 2, and here also hydrogen 2. Hydrogen is 2 in both the sides, that is balanced. Third element, whatever the number of elements is there in the totally, you have to take it down as we are taking as a summary of all this. Next thing is oxygen. Oxygen, here you can see number of atoms of oxygen is 1, while here the number of atoms of oxygen is 4. Oxygen is reactant is 1 and product is 4. Now again it is not balanced. Our number of atoms of iron, that is not balanced. Number of hydrogen atoms, that is already balanced, while number of oxygen atoms, that is again not balanced. Now what is the third point, third step that you have to do? Appropriate number should be written before the formula of both the sides as we write coefficient in algebraic equation. In mathematics and algebraic equations, we need to balance both the sides. In the same way here, what we will do, all those elements, all those atoms which are not balanced in both the sides, we need to balance them, only those. 4 point, to balance we need to multiply the unbalanced element to make it equal in both the sides by smallest possible number. This is the fourth step. Now we will do it practically. Just see how to do it. Again we go to the summary of this. Here iron which is not balanced, hydrogen which is balanced in both the sides, and oxygen which is again not balanced. Now what we'll do, first thing we will take any one of the element over this, especially on the left hand side itself. Here you can see the number of oxygen is 4. The non-metallic element of the product side, first we take that one. The number of oxygen is 4. Now if we make 4 over here, if we go 4 over here, that is multiple 4 hydrogen into oxygen itself, oxygen is balanced. You can see here oxygen is 4 and oxygen here also product. It means reactants, number of oxygen atoms, and also product, number of oxygen atoms are balanced on both the sides. Oxygen 4, again oxygen 4. But when we are putting 4 in place in front of water, we are also increasing the number of hydrogen atoms. Here we can see the hydrogen is increased to 4 into 2, that is 8. Then hydrogen is becoming 8 over here. So we need to increase the number of hydrogen atoms also here. That is, if we put 4 over here, now again hydrogen is again getting balanced. Check it again. Here oxygen is 4. Here oxygen is also 4. Here number of hydrogen atoms is 4 to the 8. Here also hydrogen, that becomes 4 to the 8. Now third thing that remains, that is iron. Iron here 3 is there and other elements are already been balanced. So we write here 3 itself. Now again check from the beginning. Iron is 3 element, 3 in number. Here also iron 3 in number. Hydrogen, that is 4 to the 8. Hydrogen also 4 to the 8 in both the sides. Oxygen, that is 4. Here also oxygen is 4. So the number of elements in both the sides, reactants as well as in product, both are same. Clear? We will again refresh from the beginning. What we have to do, first we will take down all the elements. In the first step, we will take down all the elements according to their symbolic form. We cannot change the symbols or the molecular formula of the compound. Whatever be the molecular formula, we will have to take it down as it is. So here it is iron. For iron we are writing Fe. Water we are writing H2O. Iron 3 oxide, that is Fe3O4, and hydrogen, that is H2. Whatever is the symbolic form of the element or compound of reactants as well as product, we have to take it down as it is. So you should be knowing what is the product of the every reactant itself. Now we will take any one element, just count it down which one is not balanced in both the sides, whether reactants or the product. Just compare the number of elements in both the sides. Here first we take iron, that is taken 1. in product it is 3, so it is not balanced. In case of hydrogen, reactant is 2 and product is also 2, so it is balanced. In case of oxygen, reactant is 1 and product is 4, so it is also not balanced. First we have taken, what we have taken? We have taken, as the oxygen, number of oxygen is 4, so we have taken 4 over here. Now the number of oxygen is getting balanced in both the sides, but when we are taking 4 in place of, in front of water, the number of hydrogen atom is increased to 8. So we need to put balance over here, hydrogen also. So we are putting 4 over here. So 4 2s are 8. Now only thing is remained, that is iron. Iron, it is already 3 is there. So we need to balance it. We have to put 3 over here itself. Now you can see the number of elements in both the sides is equal. So the balanced figure of this element of this chemical equation will be 3Fe plus 4H2O forms 3Fe3O4 plus 4H2.